Hello everyone, it's Patio and welcome to part 2 of Let's Build a House in Sketchup step by step. So last time we actually started this build which you see over here, and today I'm going to continue working on it. And in this series I kind of show you my tricks and kind of give you some tips on how to build houses in the way I do. And please know that I do this just for fun. And I'm not an architect, I'm just a 15-year-old boy trying to play around with Sketchup a little bit. So that's just kind of important for you to know in case you're looking for like a tutorial. I can explain things and I do kind of know how this program works, but please know that this is actually just mainly for entertainment as well. And it can be used as a tutorial, but it's not really meant as a tutorial. So that's just for you to know. I'm just starting to play around with it again. That's just something I'm trying, because this is going to be a modern house, which is pretty clear, I think, or at least I hope you see that clearly. But I'm sure this is definitely clearly a modern house. So yeah, I'm going to continue working on it. I hope it will turn out to look cool. I hope you enjoyed watching the last part, as I said back in that part, and I'm saying it over here again. This is pre-recorded because by the time you're watching this I'm on holiday, and therefore I pre-recorded videos, so you actually have something to watch while I am away. And therefore I am not able to actually... Alright, so I got interrupted there. The mailman actually came to my house, or at my door, to bring a package actually while I was recording this video. So I'm back, and I believe what I was talking about is the fact that I pre-recorded these episodes, and I'm telling you just to make sure that you know that if you request anything or you give me tips, that you actually know that I will not put those requests or listen to those requests in the episode after that. So if you said anything in part 1 which I should actually change or anything, then you know that I haven't actually been able to listen to that, because this was actually recorded long before part 1 is online. Furthermore, I will actually continue this Let's Build when I'm back home. So if you have any tips for me or you have any suggestions, you can still leave them, because before the end of this series I will actually be able to read that. So therefore there's not really a problem, but just for you to know that that's the reason why I might not listen to your requests right now. But furthermore, as you can see here, I'm actually continuing the shape. It's not going to be that big, as I said previously already, and I think this is kind of going to be the main shape, and also that's the reason because this is not going to be a very long Let's Build actually, and in that way I can actually make it much more detailed as well, which some people might prefer, including myself. Let me see, do I like that? I think we can actually make something pretty cool out of that. So if we now, there we go, 120. If I now actually, alrighty, how am I going to do that in the best way possible? I think like this, because now I would like to actually make the shadows which we have over here as well. How am I going to do that? I think I have an idea. Alrighty, so I'm just going to copy this very many times, and I do want to check, because I don't think... it is really 120, and is this 120 as well? Just checking. Yeah, there we go, it is 120. Then we're going to copy this, or no, this. There we go, and then I'll be able to push it back at the end. There we go. This is why I'm actually not making a skyscraper for this Let's Build. I talked about it in the previous episode as well, but that's because building a skyscraper takes really much of this work, like repeating, and the ID or the idea which you come up with is much more important when it comes to a skyscraper. So like the shape, if you come up with like a very fancy intuitive shape, that's much more important with a skyscraper actually than the building process, which is the reason I didn't build a skyscraper for this Let's Build, or I'm not building one right now because I'm doing this live. Well, live depends the way you look at live. Yeah, that's just some reasoning again. I think that should work out fine. Alrighty, so how am I going to delete that? I think this is the best way to actually do that, because otherwise pushing all that back is not going to be that much fun, I think. There we go. Yep. Alrighty. There we go. Alright, this might be kind of a boring process to watch, or maybe for those of you who watch this mainly for entertainment, it might be kind of boring, but you know, in this way you can just download SketchUp for free. This version is free, the version which I use, and then you'll be able to build houses like these ones as well. And then this can be a kind of like an inspiration source for you maybe. So yeah, there we go. We're nearly done, I think. Yeah, there we go. We're done. And then I have to push all of those back. Now I've got to make sure that I do it correctly. There we go. I think that's going to look pretty fine. I think I like that. And yeah, I like the size of the house as well. I think this is the right size for a house like this one. So that's good. There we go. Just pushing all that back, the most boring process in the world. So yeah, as I said, yeah, what can I talk about? You know, I started with as I said, but I have no idea what to actually start a sentence with. So I'm just going to quickly make sure that this is done, and then we're going to continue the rest. Now one more repetitive process, and that's this one, the one of adding the the wall painting, wall pattern, and that is one of the best ones of all those repetitive structures or movements, because this one is actually the one in which you really see some progress actually. So now I'm actually going to move this a little bit forward, and then we have some shutters at the side of the entrance as well. So I think this looks pretty cool. This can really turn out to be something awesome in the end. And it actually looks pretty cool now already as well. So now I'm going to do this. There we go, because I would like to actually remake some of those windows. So let me see. Make sure that the measurements actually continue over there. There we go. Oops. Oh, that doesn't work. Alrighty then. Would it work if I do it like this? Nope. Oh, yeah, maybe that is because, let me see. Because it seems to be the column which causes, no, it's not a column. Okay, in that case, I'm just going to make sure that the measurements are right, because I don't really need it actually. 251. Where is it? Because if I find it, I can just simply make the window. Or no, wait, because of course we still have the frame which we've got to make. Alrighty. I'm having some trouble with actually getting the camera movement of the game or of the program to work fine, but I think it is working fine now. There we go. Then we actually move up this window, and Then here we actually continue building the frame of the window. Yeah, it's kind of messy that it didn't work the way I had hoped it to work, but in the end, happily, it does kind of work out, just not as quick as I'd hoped it to work. Therefore, I hope this is not like a very slow episode to watch for you, but in the end, you know, the end process or the end product will be cool, and hopefully you like the process or watching the process as well. So yeah, let me see. There, put it back there. Then adding some glass in it. There we go. Then that's actually looking fine. Under here I've got to finish the frame. And then here the last frame part to finish. Delete. There we go. Alrighty, so that's, you know, as you can see, the interior will be very bright actually. So if I have to make the interior, or you would like me to make the interior, please let me know, because then I can actually do that. And this actually, does this look better? I think this actually makes it look a little bit better as well. So I'm actually going to, you know, build in this mod from now on, which is yeah, iRender NXT. In case you've ever seen one of those tutorials I made for them, I put it also on this YouTube channel, then you might know that program. You've maybe heard of it. And that's actually the rendering program I use in order to make those realistic looking images. So in case you were wondering what that program was, I use, because it's something I get asked very often actually. Well, I do actually say it in nearly every video when it comes to Sketchup, but oh well. Let me see if this works out. It seems to work out, I think. Let me test that. Just adding this over there. There we go. Yeah, we're having glass here. So yeah, I think the shape is really cool. I really think this is like a good looking modern house. So just make sure that you leave any tips, though I will not be able to see them until like part 3. It's always good to get feedback on what I make. So yeah, I would be very happy with that actually. There we go. Then here at the back we actually have to make some progress. Yeah, I think I have an idea, because I would like to make it a little bit different than the front, otherwise it's kind of boring to actually have like the same at both sides, or at least that's what I think. So therefore, let me see. Yeah, I think I have a cool idea, so let's check that out. I have not tried it yet, and I've literally only just come up with it, so maybe it really looks like shit actually, but it is an idea, so who knows, maybe it turns out to look cool. Alrighty, then here I'm actually going to use the measurement or the copy, well, the measurement tool actually, that's the one. 0.44 0.44. Then there we go, and then we delete this. It's very hard to explain what I'm planning on making here, but it might get clear soon enough, hopefully at least. But this is kind of going to work as a shutter, but just much bigger actually, but that's basically the idea I'm going for. Alrighty, there we go. Then if I actually move this down there, what will it turn out to look like? Maybe I can actually, even with like that rendering program I use, I'll render next, Maybe I could actually make like an animation or just an overview, like a video overview of this house as well. That would maybe look cool, because I can do that with that program. It just takes like ages to render such a video. Like literally it takes, I believe, 12 hours to render one shot of like 5 seconds. So the video wouldn't be very long, but it would turn out to look really cool. So that's the decision I've got to make, I guess. Alrighty, I think it is, what I'm trying to do is actually, it could work, but I'm just having some struggles here. Yeah, I don't think it will actually work out. Or at least not the way I'm currently doing it. Let me see. Because if I'm planning on making kind of like the roof of a patio, just to make sure, yeah, that is what you kind of sometimes see in such modern houses. So therefore I thought I would actually put it in here. But it seems like it's very hard to make, or at least I think I know the reason why it doesn't work out. So I'm going to fix it, because I do know that I can actually fix it. There we go. Then straight down 0.44. Nope. Why didn't the program get what I wanted? There we go. And then now it should be like straight, like all over the area. And now I'm going to try to see whether it works, and then I'll get more precise. There we go. It works fine. Alrighty. In that case, yeah, I think that's long enough, the way we currently have it. So I'm going to measure the middle. That's also good about Sketchup, actually. It always like shows you where the middle is, and it shows you where like other lines are which line up with it. So it really helps you a lot, which I'm very happy with, honestly, because otherwise I'd never be able to build stuff. There we go. Alright, this is hard because often it helps you, but it doesn't always work, so, or at least it was just way too close. Then here we're going to make another square and another square and another one. Well, this is not a square, by the way, this is a rectangle, in case you want to be very precise. There we go. And some of you might actually recognize this from some modern houses you've maybe seen in your life or just on pictures. And I thought this would actually look pretty cool, so therefore I decided to try adding that. So yeah, I hope it creates a cool effect in the end. Kind of curious what it will look like. I think at least I'll copy this so I know how, like, wide I will have to make the rest. And then first I've got to add this rectangle in the frame again to add the window. Okay, I think camera movement is one of the hardest parts of Sketchup, for me at least. For others it might be just the designing, but for me the camera movements can be so irritating. Or frustrating, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I think this is already. Yeah, that sure it is. There we go. That's looking, it's really going to be a fine house, I think, because with the point with let's build houses is always that I'm kind of afraid that they don't turn out to look cool, because I actually have to like focus on what I'm saying. Though I'm still talking crap every now and then during Let's Builds, but at the same time, and I'm rambling all around, as you're definitely noticing with this part. But therefore, I'm always afraid that the house turns out to look not as good as I want it to look like, but I think in this case it's okay. It really turns out to look cool. Of course, it's not done yet, but close enough. Maybe it works just fine if I do this. There we go, that's much easier. deleting that. Alrighty. So glass is kind of the key feature or keyword for this house because it's really made out of glass actually. But that's just the main part for like nearly every modern house. No modern house without glass. So this one either. There we go. 0 points. Alrighty. Then there we go. Yep, that's cool. Alrighty, I think I'm going to just finish this basic shape, and then in the next part I'm going to finish the rest of the shape. So I believe, what was this? I believe it was 222 or something. 214, that's it. The distance between these two. And then just making a square there, which Sketchup also helps you with because it says whenever you actually have a square. There we go, continue building it there. I hope, please let me know whether this series is actually enjoyable, and it might be kind of slow for some, but it is going pretty well. I can say that from experience on how long it normally takes to build my houses, and this is going pretty quickly, I must say. And it might be that the commentary might be kind of slow, but at the same time I try to make it kind of enjoyable. But I also have to really focus on building the house. So I hope you enjoy this series. Please let me know if you do, because in that way I know whether I could maybe like make a season 2 after this one, and whether I should actually upload this series more often. There we go. But I think the result is actually going to be cool, and that really makes me happy already. There we go. And then now we can actually put all those up. And you have, for some reason, houses with pillars always look much better for me in SketchUp, which I really like, because therefore I'm recently adding very many pillars to the houses I build, because those just simply turn out to look better. So that's for me kind of a key to what you could call success when it comes to building a house. So maybe that works for you as well. Just a small tip there. Straight down, there we go. Alrighty. Then deleting that. Let me see, because this is getting hard, because seriously, how will I have to? Alrighty, this house is really looking cool. I like it. I think if I, please let me know. That's one of the most important things I would like to hear from you. Should I actually make the interior of this house as well or not? Because then I know whether this series will actually be longer or not. And and you know, I can just read the comments whenever I come home from my trip, so then you'll then I'll be able to read, and then I'll make a decision whether to make the interior yes or no. And making the interior will be probably with like an even more silent commentary, because I've never done that before, so therefore I will really have to concentrate. But you know, we'll find out soon enough. Alrighty, so the distance between this was, I believe, that's indeed it. Then I'd like to make this the same distance, and then we're very close to the end of this part. So I'm actually changing that. There we go, and then we're at the end, wait a second, of this episode of the Sketchup step-by-step Let's Build. I hope you enjoyed watching this part. We have made quite some progress. I think the house really starts to look the way it should look, I think, and I'm really happy with it so far. So please let me know what you think of it, and then yeah, I'll listen to your comments after part 4, or in part 4 actually, because then I will be back home and I'll be able to just make normal episodes, no pre-recorded episodes. But anyways, thanks for watching and I hope to see you back later.